program associate here at the Juvenile Justice Fund. I come in and I work with girls who are at risk for commercial sexual exploitation. They come through the courts. Most of these girls are on probation, and I facilitate a group called the Voices Project, which the girls participate in and get life skills and things that they need, the resources that they need to help them cope and be successful young women. And I'm also a survivor of commercial sexual exploitation. My life has been very complicated since my birth. My mom, she wasn't able to raise me. She was mentally schizophrenic, mentally ill. So I was placed with an aunt at the age of 4. During that time, I experienced a lot of physical and sexual abuse, but they were family members, and it happened from the age of 4 up until the age of 12. And I could say they were cousins. It was 2 of my male cousins. And during that time, I tried to tell my aunt that it was happening, and she told me, she just brushed it off as if it did not happen. And at the age of 12, I had reached my limit. Was tired of being a victim of physical abuse, a victim of sexual abuse, and I lashed out. And I lashed out in anger. I was a very angry child. All my childhood dreams and goals and aspirations, I think it went out the window that year or that day. I remember me and my aunt, she was yelling at me for some particular thing, and we were outside, and I screamed at her. I said, "I hate you, I hate you." And she just went in the house and she packed all my clothes in a garbage bag, and she put me in the car and put my things in the car, and we drove to my mom's house, and it was very rundown area of town. And she just put me out the car and put my bags out and drove off and never looked back. I remember it was very scary for me because I did not know my mother. I had always been told she was crazy. In my mind, I did not know what crazy was. In my mind, I looked at her as my mom, and one day she would get better and come get me. But when I went to stay with her at 12, I really understood what society labeled as crazy. Very unstable. She was schizophrenic, and when she was off her meds, things got really bad. And I just remember them coming, taking her and sending her to a mental institution during that time. I really didn't know her, so I wasn't attached emotionally to her. I just knew that I wouldn't be staying with her anymore, which was not really uncommon for me. I went to a homeless shelter. Then I tried to stay with an older sister of mine. That didn't work out. Then I went to make a long story short, between age 12 and 16, I went through 42 different placements. That was group homes, foster homes, emergency shelters, you name it, I was placed there.